And when I played baseball, Little League Baseball, the Boys Club of America on the North Side.
They got a lot of folks on the North Side. There's a lot of GDs on the North Side. That's what we were just talking about. A lot of people don't know that there is a significant black community on the North Side.
Why? Because I always hear, I mean, I'm from LA, so I don't know anything. I always hear South Side of Chicago.
South Side and West Side of the historic black areas in Chicago.
Okay, South Side and where?
And the West Side.
West Side, okay.
But the North Side and Uptown is a very multicultural area. That's where all the Africans live. There's a lot of black Americans in Uptown too. Doubt. Like the North Side is generally painted with a broad brush as being the white area. You know what I'm saying? But Uptown is like a real pocket where you find all the Africans, you know what I'm saying? And you find a lot of, just a lot of black people of all different ethnicities. And it's cracking too. Like it's a lot of gang banging on the North Side. It's everything. There's a lot of history, culture, working people. A lot of like hip hop, a lot of music in Uptown. I spent a lot of time
The Cubs, the field, Wrigley Field is in the middle of the city.
That's in North Side?
It's in the city. We used to walk to Cub games. The Cubs are right there. And then
Godfrey and Vic Mensa was talking about my hood in this video. If y'all don't know where I'm from, and I'm from Chicago, I'm from the Uptown area, which is on the north side of the city. It's an area where most people don't really talk about like that, but you may be familiar with it if you listen to drill music. Get shout out to Young Pappy, he's from our area. But Godfrey and Vic Mensa have some funny stories with Uptown. So I just wanted to just talk about it, react to it, so that my subscribers can get a better understanding of where exactly I come from. So let's get into it.
Tron, right? This Vietnamese guy like, man, you always here. 3 hour, 1/4. I remember playing video games. I would be playing video games in this Vietnamese restaurant, right? So I was really good at Tron, right? This Vietnamese guy like, man, you always here. 3 hour, 1/4. Damn, you good. They do good, you know? Because I'd be playing after school. And then when I would put my name up, because you know in the old video games, you put your initials. My initials were GD. Do you know what that means?
I don't know. I'm only one thing I'm thinking, but I don't think it's that.
So
what is it, man? What is it?
All you can do is put 2 initials, because some of them are 3.
That's God.
GD, man, Gangster Disciples.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny, bro.
So I would be like,
you putting GD in the thing.
The dude was, there was a Gangster Disciple behind me watching me play, because he wanted to play after me.
He like, yeah, go
And
ahead,
I was like
folks,
this. I was like,
ahead.
yeah, I was like, GD. I'm 7th grade. I'm like, GD. He goes, hey, man, race that, man. I said, what? I said, I just got the high score. He's like, man, race that, man. You folk? I go, what? No, I'm not. No, I'm from, I just came from school. I'm trying to, God. And he's like this. It's like, that's my name. He goes, nah, that's Gangster Disciple. I said, I'm not a gangster. I have a background. And I'm gonna watch cartoons after this. He's like, man, race that. And then so I raced it. And the Vietnamese like, yo, get out. No, man, that. I was like, yo, I raced it. I put AA. I just put but that's funny, serious. Man. When I played baseball, Vic.
I just visualized.
Shout out to Lil Vietnam. Lil Vietnam is a little section of our hood that's on the very end of Uptown, right before you start getting into Edgewater. But it's literally a whole street that's filled with Vietnamese businesses, food, culture. It's amazing. But the crazy thing about it is that it's right in the middle of 2 hoods. So it's an interesting area, and it's a lot of shit that goes down over there.
The whole thing.
Because I was like, because he's behind me. I'm on the thing like, I got my backpack on. I'm like, high score, right? And I'm like, TD. And he's like, man, erase that. I'm thinking he wanted to like, that's my high score. Right?
Oh my goodness.
So segregated.
Chicago's still the most segregated city.
Really?
Dude, they hit Dr. King with a brick in Chicago. They hit him with
Chicago's crazy segregated. I mean, you really, really see it right now. Like, man, I found myself in a dark corner of the internet I did not mean to be yesterday. Because I saw like a conversation, like a live conversation happening. Somebody sent it to me, and the headline was Cornel West, the Terrorization of America, Vic Mensa, ICE protest. And I was just like, what does this mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it said. I don't know.
And when you tapped in, what happened?
Watching the art, the artistry.
Oh man, you know, it was just basically a bunch of black folks from Chicago having a conversation about participation or not participation in ICE protests. I didn't hear all the conversation. That was what I was in there about.
Yeah.
Because I was in Minneapolis on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you went for how
You know
long?
what I'm saying? I was just there for the day.
Yeah.
And I added in a call for the general strike. They're calling for a nationwide general strike on Friday, because Minneapolis had the first, or Minnesota had the first statewide general strike last Friday.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably the most tangible working people's action against ICE terror thus far.
Yeah.
And I think ICE has revealed a lot of the fissures of division between Black American people, African people, Latinos, between many different racial categories. You know what I'm saying? And so in this conversation yesterday, I'm basically like arguing my case for why I believe that the issue of ICE is something that we should all be concerned with. You know what I'm saying? And my case is in the lineage of Chairman Fred Hampton, Chicago, Black Panther Party, Rainbow Coalition that he built with the Young Lords Puerto Rican group and the Young Patriots, a poor white group. Malcolm X's comments that if you care about what's happening in Mississippi, you have to care about what's happening in the Congo, that these things are interconnected, that working class, proletariat people struggles are all intertwined. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately there's a capitalist and a corporation that is exploiting all of us at once. But we get wound up and pointed at each other to call blame on somebody that looks differently from us when, I mean, it's Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's a conversation I'm having with brothers yesterday in this strange corner of the internet. You know what I mean? It's just like, at the end of the day, man, I talk to guys, some of my closest people are, you know, incarcerated maybe for the last 15, 20 years, 10, 15, 20 years. And I got to catch myself sometimes when I'm like, man, how does it feel to be enslaved making Starbucks caps? Like they got brothers in there making lids for Starbucks for 15 cents an hour. How can we feel that the aim of our frustration should be an immigrant? There ain't no goddamn immigrants running the corporations enslaving us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Chicago is very segregated. So I feel like Chicago has exposed a lot of that. Even when
Why is Chicago segregated? I don't know. I'm a West Coast
it's
guy.
just history, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a history of redlining, a history of placing poor people on top of each other in project buildings and then tearing down those project buildings, scattering them around the city, basically corralling low-income
I think we had
families
probably the biggest system of
of projects.
in
The largest public housing
Robert Taylor,
experiment.
Ida B. Wells,
The most.
We had the most. We had project in New York, but it was like you put black people in those areas. And back in the day, projects were made for like everybody.
Yeah.
But with redlining, they would put they stacked the black folks and run it down. Didn't fund it as much as they would. You know what I mean? I was reading about was it Color of Law? That book by Robert. It's really good about redlining.
I gotta peep that.
And one of the first cities to redline was San Francisco.
Word.
Francisco.
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like, probably Chicago.
that makes sense.
San Francisco in the 50s was the first to redline African Americans.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, because if you've been to San Francisco, it's literally San Francisco is like a white city, and then it's like you go over this gate, well, not gate, you go over this bridge, and then you get to Oakland. So you got San Francisco here, Oakland right here. When you're in San Francisco, you go over the bridge, you get to Oakland. Oakland is the mostly black area. It's a black area mostly. It used to be called Chocolate City back in the day. But then you go back over the bridge to San Francisco, and that's more of the white area.
And this is the progressive city. San Francisco, yeah. After the war, they would give, black and white soldiers the GI. They wouldn't even give black people the GI Bill. They gave it to the white soldiers, gave them all the best places to live. And a lot of times the black people would be put on like toxic dumps, stuff like, oh, this is real. Yeah. They would put them, or they, buy highways, put them by highways, not fund them a lot, raise the rents, and then
And do eminent domain once you get settled.
Yeah. If you had money, they would raise the rents so high, the mortgages, so you could not afford it, black people. And they would say it in the laws, do not sell to black people.
That's another 154 conversation in the books. We are bridging culture back to its roots.
From Africa to the world, we're telling stories our way.
So make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share your voice in the comments. This is 154.
Man, there you guys have it, man. Shout out to Godfrey. Shout out to Vic Mensa. Really, really speaking on the north side, Uptown. There's not too many people that speak on the north side, but if you know, the area, exactly where he's at. If you are from Uptown and you heard the story of where he was saying, the area that he was at when he was playing that game inside the Vietnamese shop, you know exactly where he is talking about. And you know exactly what gang, the GDs, the Gangster Disciples, you know exactly where they be at. I don't want to say too much on the internet because I know that the police be on this motherfucker. But people from Uptown know. Like I said, like I tell everybody, the north side is not just one big gang. It's not just two gangs. It's a bunch of gangs that's on the north side. And in Uptown itself is damn near like 4 to 5 gangs, sets that's in Uptown by itself. You know what I'm saying? So something that y'all can definitely do some more research on, especially because they're always talking about the south side and the west side. The north side is kind of like the last piece of the puzzle that I feel like the world is gonna really start to understand soon in the near future, because you got guys like me, you got guys like Pappy, you got guys like Polo G, you got guys like Akeem, you got guys like Tay Sav, you got guys like OG Stevo. We on the come up, man. Like we the last piece to the puzzle, of what they call Chicago. And yeah, man, y'all finna see more and more stories come out from our area. And pretty soon it's gonna be recognized on a national level, the same way that you would recognize the South Side Chicago or the West Side Chicago for some people, right? If you're new to this channel, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you comment on this video if you know about the North Side, if you know about Uptown, Rogers Park, if you're a fan, anything. Make sure that you leave it in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Click that post notification bell. We on the road to 200K. Appreciate y'all for all the support. Till next time, stay safe out there, y'all. For sure.